Mr. Murthy. Please come. Also call Kaushi and her husband and these gentlemen.
That 15 minutes back, selecting the various people.
All right. So, namaste. Call also Kaushi and her husband will be, but more South Indian should be here. Come along. You also come along here. You also come along. Sit down. Put your left hand towards me and right hand on the Mother Earth. Be good. Him his right hand towards me, left hand like this. Yours. Right hand towards me, left hand up. Right towards me, left. Now. You are all normal. Those who have right side problem should put right hand towards me and put left like that. Those who have left side problem should put left hand towards me and right hand on the Mother Earth. That's all. Simple as that. It works out. And if both the hands are all right, you should keep both the hands towards me. That's how it will work. So the right hand towards me for those who have right side problem. So, we have to understand now, unless and until the Sahaja Yogis in Madras become established, we cannot achieve much results. That is one thing. This is the foundation. The foundation has to be very strong. Otherwise, we cannot save other people, because if we are ourselves not rooted down, we'll ourselves get uprooted. So we should ourselves be in such a position that we become absolutely beyond catching, beyond any problems of that kind. Also in our thought we should be clear-cut. Otherwise we cannot get hold of others. Now, as you know for definite that there has been two types of people in God's seeking also. Those who are the people who say, go on asking questions, many questions, because they have been to other temples, this, that, this, why not this, why not, why not. For example, this gentleman may be like that. Are you asking questions? Too many questions? Yeah. Because you ask questions because you are very right-sided. But questions cannot answer. You have to grow into such. So tell your mind to keep quiet. You see, mind is also like a donkey. You must know how to control it. If you go behind the mind, then it will kick you. If you go in front of it, then it gives you its ear. You can hold it and do whatever you like. It sees your mind. So you don't try to play with words. Now try to grow. That is very important. Otherwise you cannot achieve anything neither here nor there. So if you find water in one place, in one well, then you must dig it in that place. If you go on digging everywhere, how will you have a well? So too many questions is not all right. And there are some people also who come to Sahaja. Maybe I don't know about you, what you do these days, but still the Kundalini is not sthira. The reason is, even now after this if you are going to some other places, You'll be catching, and we'll be catching very badly. Because if you bend now before me, you'll see your Kundalini is not sthira. Now you have to make your Kundalini first of all sthira. Then you have to become in such a way that you become nirvichara. That's important, because only nirvichara your Kundalini grows. That is one point you must understand. Now to become nirvichara, you see, there is a mantra, Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirvichara. But if you allow these vicharas to come all the time, if you start, oh, this thought is coming, I must meet that person, I must go there, then you say no, not this. Yan neti neti vachaner nigomo avachus. Leave it, not that, not this, not this, not this. So, Kundalini will stop your thought, no doubt about it. But first of all, you must see that both types of thoughts. One is a thought like questioning, another is a thought of attractions for other things. Like somebody is going now to say Tirupati. Tirupati is all right. Nothing wrong with Tirupati's first time. But when you go to Tirupati, what happens to you? When you go to Tirupati, there are all these horrible so-called Brahmins around. They'll put a tikka on you. The atmosphere is not nice. The people are not religious actually. They are just trying to be funny. So when you go to Tirupati, it's best is that you first of all establish yourself and then go, then you will see the vibration. You'll be one with that. But without that, you see, it's still shaking. Nah? Just see. Now put your hands with leisure. Sit down. So allow yourself to be without thought. Now when you start doing that, see, the thought comes, then you should say, I forgive. That's the mantra for Agya. If you say, I forgive, it will go away. But people who feel tempted still to go to other places, do something else about it in the name of religion, must understand that they have to, first of all, cleanse themselves of that temptation. Because this body is always fighting the spirit. Alright? Fighting the spirit. So this body is used to certain things. It is used to certain ways. Now if I tell you an example, okay, there's a Hatha Yogi. I told him, sit in a Sahaja position. It's a Sahajasana. But he will not. He'll take all that roundabout thing and sit down. He may stand on his head and do the dhyana. And even if you tell him, now you don't have to do it, suddenly you'll find him jumping on his head. See? I said, what's the matter? Now, there was one fellow who used to do like this in Delhi. I was quite worried about him. I said, let me see his vibration. Actually, he was possessed by a Hatha Yogi. He was possessed by a Hatha Yogi because he ran away during war. You see, what happened that he was captured. And then somehow or other he escaped. While coming, he went to some Arya Samaj burning house or some place where whatever it is. There some Hatha Yogi caught hold of him. So when he came, he had those Hatha Yogis on him. So he used to do all kinds of things. His wife said, I'm so much worried, mother, he's all the time. He said, I've never been to Hatha Yoga. I've never done Hatha Yoga, mother, I'm telling you, I just do it automatically. Then he started vomiting blood. There was such a problem. His name is Mr. Rao. He was vomiting blood, doing all kinds of things. It took about 1 year for us to get rid of that Hatha Yogi. He said, what am I to do? Should I put myself in some frame? I suddenly go into that. So the body gets used to a thing, and then when it becomes jada, it goes to the left side more, and some badha from the jada shakti can capture you. Once it captures you, again you get it. Like saying some mantra. For example, people they said there is a mantra, somebody saying that mantra is there. Alright. No, you don't have to say that mantra. Stop it. They cannot. Because a habit is nothing but the slavery of the matter. Matter gives you the habits. And once you get the habit from the matter, then it is not easy to get out till you raise your Kundalini. It's a vicious circle. Because you cannot get rid of your habits, your Kundalini cannot rise. So as far as possible, you should try to keep your attention in the center and say, I am not going to do anything, give up everything. I mean, you tell them not to fast, still they'll fast. No, mother, one day I must fast. You fast, all right, but not in the name of God. Every day they do the same thing. So first you neutralize yourself. You are not forgetting God, you are not insulting anybody, nothing. The Guru especially. See, look at this man yesterday. What happened to him? How very terrible he was. And today is normal. But main thing one should understand that if we have to grow, we have to be without any thought. And whatever we were doing before coming to Sahaja Yoga gives us a thought. Like if they are Christians, they'll talk about Christ all the time. Mama, just now forget Christ, I am sitting before you. Now where is Christ? I am sitting before you. Where is Rama? Where is Krishna? Like Venugopalan said, you see, I don't know anyone. I only know my mother. She's given me realization. Now, if you want to talk about others, I'll believe it because mother says they are true. But otherwise I don't know them. Now I know only my mother. She's given me realization. But this is the trouble to stand in the present. Always we did that. When Rama was here, we used to talk about somebody else, Parshurama. Then when Krishna came, they used to talk about Rama. Now when I have come, you are talking about Krishna. Where is he? But Sahaja Yogis must understand. Now to neutralize all these things, you give up everything. The first and foremost thing you have to do is to establish your meditation in any rakar manner within yourself. For that, all these akaras in your head should be given. I am a sakar, but a living body before you. I am not a dead body. Alright? My photograph is also of a living body. None of these incarnations had a chance of getting a photograph done. Even their photographs, even their murtis, everything, what they are doing, they are making a business out of it. They'll make out of plastic, they'll make out of something like a lead or something dirty, filthy stuff, sell it for 2 rupees, 3 rupees. Now this Kashika Ganda is very common. Horrible that one is. All these Brahmins in Kashi Vishveshwara are Romans. Do you know, most of the Brahmins who are in our temples are Romans. They came from Rome when they were defeated, all the soldiers, and came and settled down in Maharashtra and Goa, that part, Konkan. They became Kokanasthas. And then they were, because they were healthy people and all that, they came and they thought that the Hindu religion was good, so they said, all right, we become Kokanastha Brahmins. They started practicing Hindu religion, rituals and all that. Because they were very meticulous, they did it well. You must have noticed that sometimes the foreign Sahaja Yogis are better than the Indian Sahaja Yogis. They are meticulous and they put everything properly, they understand, you see, reason and all. So, Shankaracharya, Adi Shankaracharya thought these are very sensible people, they do everything nicely, so he put them in different pithas, also he put them. Even in Kashi Vishveshwara, these people reached there. Some of them he did appoint, but some of them reached there because as relations, this, that, they all were there. Now, first generation might have been all right. Second generation, third generation, they came down to their Roman styles. So most of these Brahmins, they all look alike. Whether you go to Kolhapur, you go to, say, Kashi Vishveshwara, you go to Pashupatinath in Nepal, all of them look the same, they are all Kokanasthas. Brahmins from there. Namudaripad, of course, I think were taken to Pashupatinath. That's what I heard, that they were taken. But there also I found some Kokanastha city. But maybe some Namudaripad were taken there to do the worship in Nepal of Pashupatinath. All kinds of horrible mantras they were saying. I was looking like that to them. And they were quite worried why this lady is getting angry. Then I went and told them, why don't you say your mantras properly? What is this? This is Shiva's temple. What mantras are you saying? They got a fright of their life, you see. Then they got their books and started. So they are like that. Thagavidya. Alright? So that's why I say just now, you should stop everything, take to Sahaj method, go deep into it. First achieve your depth in Sahaja Yoga. Then you start going to other places, you will see what is right, what is wrong. How far to go with people, how far to talk to them, how far to do this. Now, the people who are asking questions, anyone, they don't ask questions to Brahmins, no one. He says, Brahmin says, all right, you start fast on Guruvar, all right, Guruvar fast. As if Brahmin is such an authority that whatever he says is correct. He says, all right, you bring your wife, cut her hair, make her go on the ground and put water on her. All right, that's a vow. She does it. Whatever they say, we start doing it. Whatever. And most of the 99.9% things they have told us is wrong. Firstly, they are not realized soul. Secondly, they are not even God-fearing. They have made a business out of it. This is the problem. And the other Brahmins, poorer, they do not know about these Brahmins who are there, what they are up to. It's all money-making proposition. If you go into details and see it, you will find that they are taking money from everyone, whether it's a Brahmin, non-Brahmin, anyone. They are the best business people, sitting down there making nice business. You cannot make business of God, that you know in Sahaja. So now, from outside, you have to go inside. From the gross to the subtle. To going to the subtle is only possible if your Kundalini rises. So first of all, finish the gross, whatever it is. Don't go to the gross things. Now come to the... Then you must meditate. You have to meditate. Once you meditate, what happens? That your Kundalini rises. It rises because from my photograph you get vibrations. So it rises. But help the Kundalini to rise. But if you do not know how to do your meditation properly, it won't work out. So you have to cleanse yourself in your house, morning and evening. And must meet in the collective. If you don't meet in the collective, also you will get it back. I know of so many cases, I cured them, they were all right. They are doing at home, again they get into trouble. You must come to the collective. You must meet everyone. It is not, you are just sitting down here, all right, I am doing it in the house, I will not go. This is all a kind of an escape. And remember that escape from God, is it a good thing? Why should we escape God? We should be all the time nearer God, in His presence, enjoying it. So the collectivity is very important, but many people cannot become collective. I have seen that. It's very difficult for them. And so many so-called rich and all this kind of people who come to me, big position, this, that, they come to me. And they get cured, this thing. Again next year they are back on the seat. I said, why? What happened? I cured you. Now I have another trouble. So every year am I supposed to cure them? I said, am I supposed to cure you every year? The way you are having your troubles all the time? No. You cannot tell them that you have to meditate and you have to grow big. Your position, your money will be all left here. What will go to God is your realized soul. That is going to have an entry in God's realm. Nothing else going to go there. So remember that you have to enter into the kingdom of God with a realized soul, nothing else. If you remember that, then you will know that first and foremost thing is that our growth must take place. Now the growth of these roots which are in our head takes place only when we nourish it with Kundalini. To nourish it with the Kundalini must rise. For the Kundalini to rise well, we must practice rising of the Kundalini and opening of the chakras. Also in the collective, when we are there, this expands with the help of others. Because we are one collective being. That is who? Virat. Who is Virat? Is the brain. In the Virata's body, the brain is the Virat, heart is Sadashiva, and the liver is Brahmadeva, or Hiranyagarbha. Is the Hiranyagarbha. So we have got, in the head we have got Virat, we have got Sadashiva, and we have got Hiranyagarbha. Now that is reflected in you. So you have got in your brain Sri Krishna as Virat, you've got Shiva in your heart, and you have got in your liver Brahmadeva. This is what it is. So when it is all within ourselves, why should we bother about other people? Alright? So this is what one should remember. And Sahaja Yoga is not meant for people who are frivolous. It's not meant. It's not meant for people whose heart is not clean. It's not meant for people who just are selfish. Those who give to others only will rise. Before asking questions, you ask one question to yourself, what have I done about Sahaja Yoga? How many people I have given realization to? If you are the light, you have to give the light. That's the point. And this is where we miss many a times, we don't understand. Then only we can form a group which is integrated, which is one with God. That group is going to help us. Nothing else. You'll find it difficult for Sahaja Yoga to grow, naturally, because you have to become something. Sahaja Yoga is not that I give you a certificate, now you are a par, you are a Sahaja Yogi. No, if there is no certificate, no membership, nothing. You become means inside you become, with Antar Yoga. So this Antar Yoga must be achieved. And to achieve that, you cannot do any ritual, nothing. You just do meditation properly at home and then you go to the center. Now in the center, of course, they have got records, they call my tapes, you can listen to them. Every time you listen to one tape, you will find new things. It's a very different style of a tape. So now, if you listen to one tape, you write it down, what you have seen. You listen to another tape, you write it down, what you have seen. Then, manana on that. Think about it, what Mother has said it. Now, many people then come and say, oh, Mother has said so. Don't say, never use that. Mother has said so, like Sanjay watch. You practice it in your own life. To tell others, people are very good. I have seen this very common. Mother said so. I may never have said it. Mother said so. See, that should not be so. Mother says so. What do you say is the point? What do you have to say is the point? What have you experienced is the point? What is your experience? So all these things can be corrected if we try to understand Sahaja Yoga in its all perspective, that it is nothing but the inner growth of our roots that is achieved through the ascent of the Kundalini. Now, there is nothing to give up also. Like that, if I said it, don't do these rituals and all that, that's different. But you don't have to give up, like you give up your family, you give up your studies, you give up your, jobs, nothing. That's all right. That you have to keep. And such people who talk, oh, I don't feel like now doing job, means they are not Sahaja Yogis. You have to be more dynamic, enthusiastic, much more. It never happens, I don't feel like doing this, I don't feel like, then it's not good. Slowly, slowly you should find your health improves. If your health doesn't improve, there's something wrong. Then you find your temper goes down, you become very normal person, your body becomes soft, not hard. See, komalangi, you become komal in the body, hands become komal, your talk becomes soft, your behavior becomes softer. Like some people you see, we are talking like this, like then they become, their hands start moving in a softer way, not artificially, but really they become softer people. In their everything they become sweet and very magnetic. The whole thing works out in case you know that you have to improve in every way. So this behavior outward, which is gross, improves. Secondly, your interest in gross things goes away. You're not bothered about your gross things so much. Your priorities change completely, entirely your priorities change. And of course, as I told you, mentally, physically, you feel very much at peace with yourself. No problem on that part. All decisions, everything, major decisions you can take with vibrations. There's nothing to worry. You have to use Sahaja Yoga for something nobler. Like some people try to see vibrations for every small thing. Should I use this spoon or this spoon? See the vibration. So you should not be childish. You have to be dignified about it. It's God's power. Immediately if there's a bad spoon you won't like it, you'll throw it away. So you don't have to see vibrations for this and vibrations for that. This is, Mother, you please vibrate this. You can vibrate everything. You have powers now to vibrate everything, to raise Kundalini, to do everything. So I would request you to keep to this proper understanding of Sahaja Yoga and establish a very powerful Sahaja Yoga center here. It will be a very, very nice thing if you can do that.